What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Season 2, Episode 5, The Horde. This is the finale. I don't want to spoil the ending for you, but it was a ton of fun. It was kind of crazy, and yes, Chipmonk, it was your fault. Now, for those of you who have been following the series, you know the last episode we ended off at the Northwest Airfield, so you might have some questions like, where's all your stuff? Why are you an elektro? And why am I listening to you talk? And where's the live comm? Well, I'm going to be answering all of that and probably a couple other things as I go along. I really hope you stick around because the ending was a lot of fun. Now, to get us on track, let's kind of step back a little bit. Let's talk about what happened between the last episode and this one. Now, after we left the Northwest Airfield, we kind of made our way all the way east. We had stakes. We were going to save him, and then we were going to head up towards Baronzino. We were pretty low on medical supplies, you know, blood bags, morphine, things like that. So we didn't want to get caught with our pants down or anything. So as we were making our way kind of northeast, we got right outside of Baronzino. I mean, we were just going through the tree line. All of a sudden the game kind of like starts to glitch out a little bit. We're like, what the hell? It kind of looks like the screen is tearing, and all of a sudden in a flash, all of us, everybody on the server, we were teleported to debug planes or whatever the hell it's called, and you just hear shots start firing. So I mean, we all DC pretty damn quick. Mix got hit or something, because when we came back in, he was bleeding. But I mean, you know, our hearts were pumping. We're like, what the fuck just happened? We didn't know what was going on. So when we logged back in, we were hoping that we would just get put right back in Baronzino. Of course, we chose a different server, and sure enough, we're way the hell up. We have no idea where we are. I mean, it's just plains everywhere you can see. There's no trees, no water, no nothing, just empty. So we're like, fuck, what do we do? So we said, screw it, we're just gonna get on our horse and we're gonna go south, kind of southeast, because we don't know if we're on the north side of the map, the far west side of the map. We're not really sure where we are, so we're just gonna start hauling. So after a long ass run, probably a good 30-minute, just run, 20-minute run, we start to see kind of some civilization. Finally, the GPS that Mix has, it starts actually loading up and showing us some numbers, because before it was just giving us blanks. It didn't know where we are. So it starts telling us where we are. It's like, all right, sweet, we're on the north side of the map. We're a little bit closer to Devil's Castle than we are the airfield. We're like, fuck, we're pretty far away from Baronzino, so we'll just start hitting some stuff up and making our way down. Figure Devil's Castle's right there, right? Cool. So, we start heading through there. We're going through the forest. We get to the castle. And mind you, the server's, it's kind of empty. I mean, there was probably, like anywhere between 10 to 15 people besides us on the server at this time. So we hit up Devil's Castle. We loot it, and we're literally on our way out. As we walk out, like, I got my back turned to the stairs, because I was just looking at the last pile as we were walking out of the castle. And Mix calls it out. There's a guy sitting right there with a sniper, or not with a sniper rifle, but a ghillie suit and an assault rifle. So I run down the stairs and I hit the deck real quick. The guy starts calling out, friendly, friendly, friendly. So we're like, all right. So that instant, like, every one of us pauses. It's someone calls out friendly like that, we all pause. We're like, all right, what the hell's going on? I mean, this is all happening in a matter of seconds. The guy's like, all right, don't make any sudden moves. I got snipers in the woods, and they're all pointed right at you. So that kind of makes us a little queasy right there. And right as we're about to, talk to somebody, you hear a freaking gunshot coming from the woods. It was faint, but a gunshot. So Mix, he opens up on the guy, and he's got the MK14. He puts 2 bullets into this guy, and all of a sudden he goes down in an instant, like just boom, done. Sniper takes him out. At that same moment, Chipmonk, he goes down, boom. The guy rounds the corner, the guy in the ghillie suit, he rounds the corner. And I had an AKM. I put at least 2 to 3 bullets in this guy as he starts firing on me. The guy doesn't go down. He doesn't break a leg. He doesn't go unconscious. I don't know what the hell happened to this guy, but he was fucking Superman. Like, I just don't understand it. If you look at what the damage multipliers are and all that shit, 1 bullet from the M14 and 1 bullet from my gun was more than enough damage to kill somebody. And he took a couple from the 14, he took a couple from the AKM, and he just kept going. So he kills all 3 of us. We're like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So we don't know if the guy was hacking, if he was admin, god mode. We don't know. The guy should have died. So, I mean, and this was late at night. This was about 2 nights ago. And we were all pissed. It's just like, come on, really? That's a shitty way to go out. Excuse me. So pretty much we're done. You know, it's like for that night, you know, we're all pissed off. You know, I kind of broke one of my own rules, which is don't get attached to your shit. Any of your gear, it's all expendable. You're gonna die. It's gonna happen. Don't get attached to it. And man, when you're alive for 15 days straight, you get attached to your shit. And I was pissed. So I put the game down and I was done. Next day, you know, I kind of played a little bit. I kind of got a little bit geared up in Cherno and ended up dying there. I got caught with my pants down. I was actually picking up a crowbar of all things. It was just sitting there. I was picking up a crowbar and somebody happens to, I was in a red house. Somebody runs into the red house and it was right as I go into my menu, so I don't have time to like go out and pull up my weapon. They just bam, done. So I'm like, fuck, really? So start again, and that's where this this episode starts. As you see me, I was just going through elektro, and because I spawned right outside of elektro on the west side, so I just went in real quick. I hit the church, I hit the hospital, grabbed some medical supplies, and I was going into the fire station. I wanted to try to grab some weapons before I went north, and is what you're seeing in this entire episode. It's just, it was a collaboration of an entire day's events. Originally, I was going to break this up into 2 episodes. There was I had live comm with all of it. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun that day. And again, recording issues. For whatever reason, when I was using my Skype recorder, it worked fine last time. This time, for whatever reason, my firewall was blocking it or something, because when I went to edit all this together, it was each file that I had was 0 bytes. So it created the file, but nothing got recorded. Baffles me, like how it'll literally work 1 second and then the next second it won't work. And I even tried it afterwards. I'm like, hey, Pancakes, you know, jump on a call with me. So we went on a Skype call. I hit record real quick, stopped it, checked it. It worked fine. But for whatever reason, when we were doing our trip north, didn't work. So I apologize for that. I'm gonna, you know, double and triple check pretty much every time I log on now, which is kind of a pain in the ass, but I want to make sure I get some of these moments. And the other thing that was going on was fraps. You're gonna see a lot more cutscenes than I normally do, and towards the end you're gonna see there was 2 main fights at the end of this video, and I'll kind of get into it more once the video gets there. There's 2 main fights, and the second fight, I mean, fraps was giving me just it was a pain in the ass. Like it would be working, and all of a sudden it would literally drop my frame rate down to about 1 to 2 frames per second. That is unplayable. I don't care who you are, unplayable. So I'd have to stop it, restart fraps, go through it. And the second of the major fights which was actually the bigger one. I mean, that's where we were all low on ammo, and there was just it was crazy. I missed it. I got the aftermath of it. And as we're playing, all of a sudden we hear Chipmonk going, oh man, I got a bunch of zombies on me. So we're thinking, you know, Mix and I, it's like, all right, he's got 3 or 4 tops. It's usually what it is. And all of a sudden you see this group come in. We're like, oh Jesus. So we're just backing up, running, you know, we pull out our big guns. And I mean, just trying to save face, man. I mean, like I said, we were running low on medical supplies. And to top it all off, he doesn't do this just once. We move over to the second hangar, and he does it again, man. I mean, it wasn't quite as bad. It wasn't as much as his fault, but I'm definitely still blaming him. And, man, I really wish I would have got all the footage for that second hangar, because there was probably another, you know, 5 to 6 zombies on top of what we already saw. I mean, I completely ran out of ammo on my primary. I had to switch to my secondary. They're running out of ammo. I mean, stuff's going crazy. Grenades are getting thrown. Smoke's getting thrown. And, I mean, any of you that have been to the Northwest Airfield, you know you're traveling on thin ice. You want to sneak, you want to be quiet, because there's always going to be a server hopper, there's always going to be a group, there's always somebody. I mean, it doesn't matter if there's 5 people on the server or 50 people on the server. All the best loot is at the Northwest Airfield. Everybody that, you know, plays the game for outside of the, you know, PvP that just stick in elektro and cherno, everybody wants to go to Starry Sober, the Northwest Airfield. It has everything. It has all the best stuff. So you got to be careful. You got to be quiet. You know, you got to crawl around, sneak around. Take out your silencer. You know, headshot zombies here and there just to clear your path. Do not aggro 2 separate hordes. So, yes, Chipmonk, you do have 2 strikes. We were joking with him. He's got 2 strikes. If we're back up there and he gets another strike, we're gonna execute him, take all his shit. He's gonna have to start over. But no, seriously, 2 strikes, chipmonk. 2 strikes. And you know, the shitty thing about this whole deal is the only reason we were just not hitting up the barracks and we were going through these hangars was we knew there was a downed heli right here. The downed helis have great loot, just like the barracks do, and it has some loot that the barracks can't even get, like, you know, the FNFAL and, you know, ammo for it, so as well as the ghillie suit. So we were trying to make our way nice and slowly. I repeat, we were trying to make our way nice and slowly. Didn't quite work out, and you know, after all this happens and after everything finally calms down, everybody takes a breath. We start to slowly crawl over there, and you know, as we're getting closer, we're not seeing much on the ground. I mean, we're not really seeing anything, and pretty much the only thing of value there was an FNFAL, and I dropped my AKM for it. I picked up the FAL, and there was no ammo. Mix was nice enough, you know, he threw me a mag, so at least I got 20 rounds of a primary weapon again outside of my MP5 silenced, which, as far as PvP, I'm not going to use an MP5 for PvP. That's the only reason that I'm carrying that around is for zombies. So when we go into an area, we can silently, you know, work up to it and not have to attract, you know, a horde or two. Because who wants to attract a horde or two? Alright guys, that credit roll is on its way. That means my time is up. This little trip that we had, it was a lot of fun, you know, going through Starry, hitting up the northwest airfield like we did. And as always guys, thanks for watching the series. If you could, rate the video, leave some comments below. I love responding to them. Otherwise, this has been a Drfreeman Season 2 finale. Peace.